Today is Wednesday, July 20th, 2016, and I thought since today's video is my 100th video, I would give you a new tour of our newly finished offices. So it's a nice cool morning, and we have a really nice, fairly clear view of Mount Diablo off our balcony, and let's go inside and see what's new. So this is the entryway, and if you've watched our original video, you can see that we've painted. Cindy has her artwork and things that she likes up on the wall. This is her desk. I refer to it as the command center because everyone knows she's the one that's really in charge. We go in here. This is our conference room. Cindy refers to this as Gucci Land, and it's sort of a nod to the early 60s style. And the word Gucci is a designer term, and it's also the name of the wallpaper that she picked out. We have some vintage items that are pretty cool. Pretty jazzy mirror and some other interesting things. It's slightly partitioned off. This is the boy area. This is some of the supply of intercom boards and sets that we have. We have a central vacuum hose and carpet brush in from a customer for repair. You can see all of the boards and intercom sets are all highly organized in their tubs and boxes, and everything is labeled so we know what we have. I can thank Cindy for doing all of that because she's the highly organized one. We have shelves of new old stock items and some new items that we use for service calls. And this is the small office workbench where small things get done here in the office. This is not the bench where your intercom system is repaired. That's at the shop. This is just for little stuff. I've got a couple LA52s here that I have a customer who chose the darker brown one. We're going to rebuild it and send it to him as a replacement for a missing LA52. Some other stuff up here. So we try to keep it neat and organized if we can. These are things that have come in recently that need to be looked at and then packed away for future use. A quick look at Cindy's desk. When you talk to her on the phone, this is usually where she'll be sitting. All kinds of interesting things. We spend a lot of time here, so we tried to make it as comfortable as we could for ourselves. This is our employee kitchenette, and this is the work board for intercom repairs. When you send me a set, your name gets put up on here with the model number, the date that it was delivered, and the date that we expect to have it repaired for you. Oh, here's a point of interest. As we move towards my office, we have some more interesting things. This is a NuTone mantle clock chime. It's from the early 1940s. And we have another NuTone chime down here. It's from the early 70s. It's called the Jamestown. That was back in the day when NuTone used to have names for all of their door chimes. In here, this is shipping and receiving. These are things that came in yesterday afternoon late. It's a 4406 that came in for repair. These boxes are the remnants of an IM303 system that I had a customer drop by. He replaced it with a modern system and donated all of this instead of throwing it away. A completed 4006. A box with another intercom that we haven't gotten to yet. And the shelves with all of the tubs of all of the sets that have come in that are waiting to be repaired or have been repaired and are waiting to be shipped out, and an assortment of parts and central vacuum bags and fittings and things like that. Again, all labeled, all highly organized, all thanks to Cindy. And then we have my office. And what people probably would never know is that for the first 20 years I was in business, my office usually was shared with the stockroom in the back, and I had a table and a chair and a computer, and that was about it. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I had something that I thought was well deserved. So in my office we have things that I like, and also what Cindy refers to as the museum. And the museum contains a lot of things from NuTone from days gone by. We have a NuTone standalone security system from the 70s, a computerized thermostat from the early 80s, a CD player they made in, I think it was 84, some other things. Ooh, a plaque, an award of excellence I won way back in, gosh, don't remember when that was, a long time ago. I used to tell people that was my $100,000 plaque, because that's how much business we did with NuTone. That was back in the early days. And so you got a plaque if you did a lot of business. Contractor's license, service center certificate signed by Bob Hoffman, former national service manager at NuTone. We have a NuTone chimette, which is a handheld chime that would be used to call people to supper. An original NuTone food center. It's a portable type, sits on the countertop. Some things that are not NuTone. One of my favorite things is my Geiger counter. Oh, and this is a NuTone, another mantle clock chime. It's called the Jefferson, and it's an 8-note chime inside. It needs to be repaired, but someday I'll get to that. We have NuTone. These are service pins that they would award you after many years of service. The best one is the 25-year pin, which is a little hard to find. There it is. It actually has a diamond in it. Ooh, fancy. This is an original promotional photograph from the early 1960s for the NuTone 2400 stereo system. And then we have some other things up here. We have some NuTone clock chimes, doorbell, chime cover, and other chime and security related systems. Over here are just things that I like. My orange chair, which is what everybody wants to sit in when they come in. This poster is interesting. It's a chart of electromagnetic radiations. It's a reprint of an original poster that was found behind a door in a lab at the Lawrence Livermore National Lab about 10 years ago. And they scanned it and put it online, so I had one made. Just things that I find interesting. Again, we spend a lot of time here, so we have to make it comfortable for ourselves. My desk, and no, I didn't clean it up. This is how I try to keep it all the time. When I'm talking to you on the phone about your intercom system problems, this is probably where I'm sitting. So that's just sort of a quick walkthrough of our offices. And now you have some idea of where we are and what it looks like when you're talking to us. So just a short 100th video. I'm looking forward to making the 101st video, and I'm not sure what that's going to be about yet, but we'll find out soon enough. That's all for today. Hope you found it interesting. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. More videos to come. Thanks.